Welcome to Botches Off-Road. How'd you like that, Alex?
10 seconds.
How'd you like that? There was 10 seconds.
Wait. No, now you gotta wait, 'cause we didn't get 10 seconds of room
You
tone.
did get 10 seconds, man. You're just too slow. It was
We
like
had 3 seconds.
that's 3 seconds of room tone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, gotcha. I beat him to it
now.
this time, chat.
Oh, we actually are recording now?
I'm recording about 51 seconds.
God damn it, I thought we were gonna get the room tone. How am I supposed to clean up Mark?
There you go. You got it.
Whatever, I'll take it.
I'll take
Man,
it.
I was gonna...
What were you gonna give
Alex's
some high energy
reaction.
like we were? Yeah, we were gonna get.
I was gonna come in and talk shit about Gavin and bitch about how Gavin's always bitching, but no, it's okay.
Yep. See,
It's okay.
beat you to it, dude. I had a feeling you were gonna come up with some shit over there drinking your Clamato. Alex likes Clamato. He drinks
What?
hot
What? No.
Clamatos
I have a root beer.
mixed with Clamato. It's disgusting.
I don't even know what a Clamato is.
It's clam and tomato juice.
Oh, dude, that sounds fucking delicious.
Yeah, I bet it does. You nasty motherfucker.
Does anyone
Gross.
actually drink that? That sounds awful.
It does sound awful.
There was an I can't remember, maybe Baker or wait, no. Oh fuck. Who is it? Who is the guys that say steep sketchy roads? Come on.
I don't even know who says steep, sketchy roads.
Steep sketchy bridges, like he's Onyx
Leasing Jeep?
sponsored. He's got his
You lost.
Oh.
he's got the supercharger.
now?
on his- Yes, thank you.
Oh.
God damn. Man, dude, my memory has gotten worse with age. I got to hurry up and do all this exploring now before I turn 40, or I'm just going to be a useless tin can floating in the wind.
Dude, someone stole a cow.
What?
That is so weird because I thought about stealing my neighbor's cow today.
Like, I'm on Facebook in Newega Water Cooler. Someone stole someone's newborn baby calf.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
jeez.
no, I wanted to steal a full-grown one and then get it butchered like 2 cities away and bring it back and stuff by freezer, and they'd never know. They'd be like, I don't know where our cow went. And I'm going to be like, yeah, no clue either. Sitting in my freezer. They're annoying.
What's this mark on this? I recognize that mark. No, you don't. That's my mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting... What? Yeah, I'd be giving them beef one day, and they'd be like, man, this tastes really similar to our beef. Like, huh. Interesting. Oh, man. All right. So what's the topic today, Alex? You said you had something, but was it really just going to talk shit about me bitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. To be fair, I don't bitch a lot. I'm like a nagging housewife with overland stuff.
Always nagging. Always got something to nag about.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps things interesting for everyone else. I mean, if I nag enough, Alex builds me like a toolkit or something, and then
That is happening.
I know. Which is pretty cool. Alex told me about this the other day. He's working on making me a minimalistic tool set for overlanding to help thin out my giant box of tools, which is cool. Because not all the time do I know what I need, but it's cool to get another perspective on it.
More parts for it come tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do it very budget orientated so I can make a whole episode about what we bought and why we bought it.
Yeah. I did a Google search on every bolt size on a Toyota FJ Cruiser. And I'm going to make sure I have a socket for every bolt size on a Toyota FJ Cruiser. There's not a lot. There really isn't.
That is also what I plan on doing with
Yeah.
toolkits.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to do that like axle. What is that? The axle nut. It's like a 28.
Yeah.
35.
35.
35. Yeah, sorry.
Nine five.
and then diff. So like I want to make sure I have all of those, and then I'm gonna label those sockets with like a labeler. And
Well, you can't do that because there's a lot that share certain sizes.
well, like for the axle one, that's gonna be pretty simply for the axle. The diff one's gonna be pretty simply for the diff. Like I want to be able to like rummage around and go, aha, that's it. That's the one, you know? And so I don't, going through that bag, I want to be able to just be able to pick it out really quick. It'd be really nice if I could get like some like good labels or something for it. I know they're going to just peel off eventually, but
Yeah, I'm going to make sure you have a 10, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19, 21, 32, and 35.
yep. And I'm going to put as many 10s as I can inside that fucking bag. And in wrenches, I'm going to have 2 10s, 2 14s, 2 17s, I think. I got to think about that. There's in some cases doubles of a certain millimeter are pretty useful. So have a breaker bar. I have my torque wrench, so I might try to roll that up in the bag. Might be good to have. I mean, I don't ever use my torque wrench, especially when you're doing like an off, like when you're at home, torque wrench I could see, but like on trail,
Dude,
give it a couple.
and your on-trail repair should be an at-home repair. Like, when you fix something on the trail, that should just be the repair.
I feel like that's a very good thing to say, but I feel like rarely it ever actually happens like that because of something or another.
That has been almost every on-trail repair I've done in the last 3 years.
Sway bars.
I removed them
Because
I wanted them gone.
in an interesting way. And then
How,
littered.
finding them out?
Yeah, and then littered them.
I know. I feel bad that I left them behind. I was.
I mean,
throw them
to
away
be fair,
anyway,
that's
so
what
I
he
didn't
would have
care
done
to
at
put them out.
home. Yeah, you just would have done that at home anyway. You just would have thrown them to the
I would have
side.
put them in the scrap pile. But I feel so bad that I forgot them behind.
We
that
got to
tree.
go back, dude. We got to go back and pick it
I
up.
bet. I wonder if they're there.
I guarantee it, dude. There's no way.
It's been 2 years. Like,
I guarantee it. I do. I will bet you a 6-pack of beer, your favorite beer. El Chavo,
all right.
habanero, whatever's nasty ass chili, hatch chilies.
I did have an El Chavo recently, and it was delicious, even though it was like a year old.
Yeah, been sitting out in the sun on his roof. You like some warm?
No,
In my
it's
fridge.
been in the fridge.
Dude, I'm gonna start that rumor. It's gonna catch on eventually that Alex just likes warm beers and clamatos. Like, just I don't know, just for something to do. I don't know why. I just want to say, I just want to get like everybody on the same page for something, and then when finally they like someone's like trying to be nice to Alex and gives him like a, yeah, someone's just being really nice to Alex one day and like gives him a warm ass like dash beer, and Alex is like, oh, this is fucking, this is warm, this is like hot, and they're like, yeah, I thought you liked that. I heard from someone, I can't remember who, that you loved warm dash beer, and
And I
I'm
just
just
go,
gonna,
Gavin.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like snickering like the Grinch in the background, just rubbing my hands together.
As long as everyone knows that Gavin likes it when you squirt your hummus all over his chesty.
The hummus is pretty good. That's an interesting thing. I just met with Hassan, my hummus dealer. That's so fun.
Okay. So there's this guy on Facebook, Reels, and when he talks about hummus, he's not talking about hummus that you're thinking of. He's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about cum.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's just funny that you
it's
said
so-
hummus because I was like, I just met with Hassan, I think Sunday. And Hassan has his own company, and he makes hummus. He makes like garlic spread hummus. He makes pita chips.
Dude, I didn't know this.
Yeah, dude. It's so
Buy
good.
some hummus.
I think it's called Becca Valley. It's really good. He sells it down south, and he's got contracts, I think, in the hospitals down there, the big ones like Corewell and stuff. And he plans to be throughout Michigan by next year and throughout the United States within the next 2 years, I think.
Dude, this shit looks so good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh, dude, can I buy it like on his website? No, he doesn't have a store. Of course he doesn't.
Yeah, so the garlic spread, Sienna tasted that, and I watched her. I've never been so jealous of a reaction in my life. I watched her shiver from the head down with excitement when she tasted it. And she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, this is mine." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" She goes, "Oh, this is mine. You literally cannot have any of this."
He literally has a flavor called Corewell Health Cafeteria.
There you go. Yeah, that's like the vegan style one, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I met up with him. I bought something for him off a marketplace, and we've been kind of finagling over how to meet up about it because he's 3 hours south of me. And I don't want to, I love his hummus, but I don't want to drive 3 hours south and have payment of hummus. It doesn't pay my gas bill, honestly. So,
Well, maybe he'll give you some pita chips too. That'll make all the difference.
well, so we met on Alpine at Sam's Club, and he was slamming glizzies when I got there, and he had the garlic spread, he had some hummus, and he had some pita chips, and we sat there and talked for 40-some minutes, and then, because we haven't seen each other in a while,
When did you do this?
like Sunday.
Dude, I was at Sam's Club on Sunday.
Yeah, dude, we were chilling over there.
I could have got some hummus.
You literally could have.
See you.
He's even so into
Yeah,
America Park too.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
he's big. He's getting big. Mark my words, in the next couple of years, he will be United States. Every
That's
major
really
store.
cool, though.
It is super cool. I'm super happy for him. He works hard. He's buying all these little carts and stuff to move his product around, and that's what I was giving to him. And but yeah, we were talking about his build, and he's actually this is a good topic, but he went from a fully built out Tacoma on King's
Mhm.
most expensive rack, most expensive tent. I think he had Baja Design lighting. He just wrecked that here last summer, fall. Someone hit him, and he started over, got a new Tacoma, and he's going for a simple build this time. He's going to go for like a stock plus build. So, a nice, tasteful lift, some decent tires. I think he says he's going to stay at like 33s. And he's not going to do like a bunch of like crazy cutting. It's just going to be very tasteful, very practical for camping. And it's cool watching him go from like completely fully built out to then trying to move to more of a budget tasteful build. He said it was fun, but like he was like, I had too much money wrapped into it, and it just wasn't even what I wanted in the end.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because like Kings would be dope. Like the ones that we had were expensive.
If you're just doing overland stuff, there's really no point in Kings or
Oh yeah, dude.
ADS
Yeah.
or
He was just completely built out, and that's what he did too. Is mostly the overland stuff. He says his fiance wasn't super into like tight knit group camping, and she's not super into like the tent. So we kind of like bounced some ideas off each other on how to get his more domesticated, like his camping, to please the missus, I guess. So
he needs one of those cute little Tacoma truck top campers that I found.
yeah, he doesn't even want to do that. So he wants to do, and what he already has is like a half rack that goes over his bed, and he's going to put the tent on top of that so that it's level with the Tacoma's roof.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's just going to do a nice rooftop tent up there, and then he's going to try and get an awning, like a bathroom, use that. And then we talked about some other stuff about, because he won't be able to really open up his tonneau cover. So we just talked about drawers and stuff there, but It's going to be very tasteful. It's very basic. Like, he's just going to throw stuff in a tote and kind of see how that goes. And it's just weird to see because, like, before, he was just his truck was built out, but his camping wasn't. If that makes sense. Like, his truck was ready to do a lot, but his camping wasn't, and he suffered, or I guess his fiance suffered in the camping department. So, kind of interesting to talk to him about that, how he's kind of going backwards, going into more of the comfort for camping than. Oh, yeah,
Dude,
okay.
That is the weirdest platform to build on, though. Is it even 4-wheel drive? It doesn't even look like it's a 4-wheel drive truck. Yeah, so for listeners, I found this really weird F-150 with they removed the bed and built like a truck camper on the back, and it looks really cool, but it's an EcoBoost 2011 F-150, so a first-gen EcoBoost, which is a weird platform to begin with, and I don't even think this thing's 4-wheel drive.
Honestly, the camper itself is super basic. I can't, like...
I mean, he made it homemade.
No. Even for that, though.
Yeah, it's super basic.
Like, if you look at his plumbing, plumbing for the sink is very, this is not against that necessarily, but you could just see that the seams aren't clean. The plumbing in the sink, the toilet are very, very basic.
The whole camper is kind of just
underneath. Underneath the bed area where he's got the air conditioner at. That's all like unfinished. You could tell that this was a rookie job, not in a mean way.
Yeah.
Honestly, the outside looks a lot better than the inside, as far as the construction goes.
I just think he wasn't done with the inside because you can see the wall on the inside is unfinished.
Yeah, I don't think he's finished on the inside. Yeah, but I do want to say this, that I think it's a really neat idea.
It is. I wouldn't have put it on that platform.
Yeah, I think if at that point, is there a sunroof on the top of that truck or your truck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mine, no.
Okay. On yours, it would make sense to stretch that out a little bit more and to make it a little bit more aerodynamic and to use the second half of that as a pop-up, everything past the cab.
Personally, I would make everything above the cab a pop-up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, above the cab.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to point out in the not the video, the third media picture, the wheel well for the camper. No, the next.
Oh, there's
the
no
wheel well
there.
Yeah, but it's also like, just in that angle, it is not like where it should be.
Yeah, no, it is.
That looks so bad.
Literally. It's a cool idea.
It's super cool, and it would be cool to build on that idea. Like, do the same thing, basically, but stop at the roof, or like the cab.
Yeah.
And then build a pop-up after.
Dude, put a massive rooftop tent like that one that Derek has.
Yeah.
Just with no floor.
Dude. But no, that's cool. I would rather bringing it down to frame like that, for as much as he's asking for. He's asking $16,000. He could have.
I mean, that's how many miles are on the truck? Does it say?
He's asking 16 for the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
140,000 miles. So I mean, for the truck alone is worth probably 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'd be curious to know what he had in that in just steel. Because that steel frame is actually, it looks well done.
The whole thing, structure-wise, the whole thing looks well done. It's just the inside needed finished out better.
I think it needed
Yeah.
more thought too, like to how to make
Yep.
more work with less, because like there's no kitchen, really.
I think that's just because it's unfinished on the inside.
Yeah,
I think there easily could be. It's just
Yeah.
never finished it.
cool concept though. It was cool. I honestly I love the way that my FJ is. It is really annoying though to not be able to use it for other stuff. And this is just a passing thought because I had to get groceries Sunday, and I was really annoyed with having to shove all of my groceries in the passenger seat and what was left of the back seat area. I don't know if I showed you guys that picture, but that was pretty annoying to have to do that. And
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like there's obviously going to be a downside, but I was kind of like, wouldn't it be nice if I could use my SUV for SUV things sometimes?
That's pretty much how a grocery trip looks for me too, except not in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Usually it's in the back.
Oh, it'll be fine though. I'm okay with that. It's whatever.
I don't know. I think those full camper builds where people build campers on the back of the truck and can't remove them, they're cool, but like I couldn't do that for my daily.
No, I would love to do like if I was single, no kids, and had all this money from being single with no kids, I would have the what those Australian like kit builds, the ones from the cab overs.
Yeah,
Not-
dude. If I had,
I'm trying to remember what they're called.
if I had all the tray and canopy,
Yes, tray and canopy.
Um,
Thank you. I see cab
if
over.
I-
That's dumb.
if I had all the money in the world and I was single with no kid, that Ram 3500 with the Eagle Cap Adventurer on it that I sent, that I think it's a 21 on an 08. That is my dream living situation. That thing is fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, dude, I would not have a house. For sure.
No.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people right now, and maybe the listeners can come in on this from their perspective, but I've heard a lot of people say they're trapped, they're house trapped because of the APR and stuff, like the interest on their house, and when they bought it, it was worth this much, and now it's worth this much, and they couldn't sell it and get something better with a better APR, so they're trapped in their own house in some ways. I've talked to a few people that have felt that way. That are like, we can't even move because we bought our house, 5 years ago for $85,000. It's now worth like closer to $200, but now $200 gets you an $85,000 house and a worse APR, like, and it just screws you over. So,
I'm house trapped because I can't afford to move and my job owns my house.
that's such a weird dynamic.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would just sell my house and move into a camper.
Like you got out of the military where your house was owned by your job, and then moved into another job where your house was owned
No.
by your job.
No.
Then I bought a house.
Yeah, why'd you sell your house?
I had to. I was in a spot where I couldn't keep
Yeah,
it.
I get that. When I had the chance to buy a house, they were wanting double what it was Zillowed for like a year before, and I was like, no,
I paid $15,000 for mine.
that's fucking insane. Did you know the person that you bought it from?
No.
You just bought a house
And-
for $15,000.
Yeah, and then I immediately had to rip everything out of it. Like,
I mean,
literally,
yeah.
we lived in one bedroom with no electric, no water for like 2 months while I reran all the electric.
That's understandable, but like even for $15,000 to even get a house, I'm not even talking studs. Like I saw a stripped out single wide trailer on like 5 acres a couple of years ago when COVID first started. A stripped out trailer, water damage, roof was coming. They wanted $85,000 for it.
Yeah. How many acres though?
Like 5.
I had 0.10 acres.
That is fucking crazy.
It was
to even get a
it
house
was a
for
time.
$15,000.
It was a time, dude. Yeah, it was definitely a time. I'm trying to find pictures of it when we bought it. But it was rough, dude. Like, I'm not saying I didn't buy a house that you could just live in. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
But
Like I wouldn't mind like a fixer upper. A lot of the like lately I've been kind of walking away from overland stuff. Not that I'm like walking away from overland, but I've been getting really interested in the homestead builds where people buy like they buy like property that has like old cabins on it or a really really old house, and then they strip it and start rebuilding it, and it's just really fun to watch.
I can't necessarily find pictures of the house, but I did find pictures of our toilet when we moved in, and it still makes me giggle every time I see it. So I sent one.
Sent one. Oh, to
Yeah, it's
me.
on the. Oh, I sent it to Botches Off Road. Whoops.
Oh,
Where'd
boy.
it go? I saw the notification.
It's on main Botches Off Road.
Yeah, I see that now. Oh, yeah. Definitely toilet.
Yeah, like literally, it was a 5-gallon bucket with a piece of plywood over it and a toilet seat on it, and shavings to put on it to keep it from smelling.
That's rough. Not gonna lie.
When we moved into the house, dude, it was bad.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That is not the primary situation right there. Not what you want.
Like, for $15,000, yes, we got a house, but at what cost?
Yeah. I mean, what was your like mortgage on it?
No, I paid $15,000.
Oh, it was just cash?
Yeah, I just paid fine cash.
Well, shit. That's not bad then. Still,
Yeah,
that's
it was.
I couldn't imagine paying a mortgage on like a house and then still having to like completely rebuild it out. Like,
Oh yeah,
like double fuck you.
I literally had to rebuild walls because walls were bucking. Like, the main structure of the house was no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I think I've been kind of chatting with Sienna about this, but I don't want a big house. Like, yeah, of course, if I had a ton of money and it was something I could just do, sure, maybe. But like, I kind of want like a tiny house and a good amount of land backed up to state land.
Honestly, my house was basically a tiny house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want a couple rooms, but it's one of those things where like I feel like I could add those on later. Like we could start out in a tiny home, add some rooms later, or add a couple different little cabins later. I think it would be really cool to have a main room separate from like the kitchen and the living room in a way, and have like a hallway that went outside. You know what I mean? Like be like a pod system almost. You have like the main bedroom cabin. You would have like an office cabin. You would have like the kitchen, living room, bedroom, or like kitchen, living room area, bathroom. Those kind of in one larger one in the middle, like the hub.
Yeah.
Where we would all kind of hang out, and then there would be like a tunnel, like you know what I'm saying, to each one of those things, like in a hallway, but it not be all one thing. I just thought that would be really cool. Have separate rooms for each one. Like I could have a whole room just for like recording and doing computer stuff on, and it would be like its own little cabin connected. And then Sienna could have her own little, for whatever the fuck she wants to do. Knit, read books, whatever. Then the kid has his own cabin, which when he gets 17, he could just live out of it. Like it's a cabin.
Right.
Like I will break down the tunnel that goes into the house, and he can live in his 10 by 10 cabin and just be like come and go as he pleases, and it's just his thing. I like that would be to me that would be really cool. Have like an acre or so of like farming stuff that we till, do some odd jobs, and maybe have a regular job, but do a lot of traveling. That way, like when we pick up and leave, it's not a big deal. Like we have a home base to come back to. Maybe do a good cement pad and a carport area over it for working on the truck or something. It would just be
Oh, I'm sending those to Maine still. Whoops.
That's okay. Yes, you are.
Yep. Uh-huh. This is like what Sienna's room looked like when I first moved in.
Dude, the place was rough. Like, I would never, if I ever did it again, I would not have done every room like I was forced to. I would do it room by room.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, you can see one of those pictures, you can see the wall I built to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Like, it was rough. It was really rough.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of like put all those pictures together, and that was Sienna's like one room after all the water damage.
Yeah,
that was rough. When I first moved in, her room had a 3.5-foot hole right next to the bed in the floor from water damage, where it just gave way.
Wow.
Because
the majority of the ceilings in there were only 6'1".
Oh, dude, that's rough.
It's a tiny house.
Yeah, in a whole other way. Like,
you gotta
if you're building your own, you can kind of custom make it how you want it.
Right.
That one, you just had to like resuscitate the old skeleton that was there, and you didn't have a whole lot of freedoms there.
It was like a 4-foot hallway upstairs. Just think it wasn't that big of a hallway.
Oh, yeah, the hallway upstairs. You walk to the top of the stairs. Before the stairs had finished, right? Like,
yeah,
the doors for the rooms upstairs half hung over the first step. Like, there was no room up there.
I'm still with Melissa, Mike and Melissa from Chicago or Illinois. They want to do she wants to do kind of like a commune, like village.
Yeah.
And I am all 10 toes down for a commune.
I want to win the lottery so I can buy all the property around my dad so we have a square country, the square country block.
Yeah.
And then all those houses can just be taken by people that I don't hate.
Yeah. There's a place in California I was watching, and it's all abandoned gold mine stuff, housing and stuff. The guy bought the whole town.
Yeah.
And what?
Yeah, Cerro Gordo. Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, Cerro Gordo is really cool, though. I've watched that one. That is super cool.
It's a different one.
What place are you talking about?
It's a whole different one, and I can't remember his name. The YouTuber.
Redhead guy?
No, that's Cerro Gordo, whole different.
That's Cerro Gordo.
Yeah, whole different thing. I've been keeping up on that. They almost hit water, and then they didn't.
Yeah.
It was the last episode.
Yeah.
So that was really sad. I thought they were gonna get water. But no, it's a whole different guy. And his YouTube is like he travels to all these different places and interviews these different communities to get he did Sault Ste. Marie, the Canadian side versus the U.S. side. He did the Keweenaw area. He's really cool. And that's how I found out about that pasty place in Sault Ste. Marie. But anyway, this guy basically bought this whole old town and has been building it up slowly. It's almost completely off grid. He's got he's got a bar that's like free to come in and go. Like the residents, there's like a couple residents of the town that have keys to the bar. Everything's ran off of solar. He's got a whole a shipping crate full of batteries. Then people move into the town and see if they can live off grid crazy like this for a couple years. And if they provide some kind of use and they're not crazy, then they can stay and live in that house. And he wants to like rebuild all the old houses and stuff. So he was inviting people to like send applications to come live there. And I was like, wouldn't that be a fucking experience? Like that would be so cool. But I don't have really any, like I could work and work hard, but I don't have any like skilled trades that I'd be really good with that would like really lend a hand to that. But I just thought the idea would be so cool, like a commune. I miss that, the little village vibes, like couple of houses within a mile of each other, you know, a shared garden space, like I don't know, as a camper overlander, that'd be kind of like, that would be my perfect home to come back to something like that. Little village of people that are all close friends or semi-close. But be cool. Have you guys as like neighbors. Not have to like lock our doors. You know what I mean? Like have our kids just like run in and out of the houses and be like, "What's up, Uncle Gavin?" or "What's up, Uncle Alex?" and just run in and start eating your snacks and like bullshitting.
I mean, that's how it was. That's kind of how it is here. So
yeah, but like your closest family or friends or like, you know, it'd be one thing like if we were all on the same property though.
Yeah. Like for me, it's, you know, a little over a mile.
Yeah. It's kind of close to that right now with Sienna's grandmother, who is like 25 yards from our house or so, 30, 50 yards maybe.
Yeah.
So like Jasper's old enough that he will run to her house, but he's not old enough to like run and do it alone. But
when I was, that's how it is up at the ranch. We've got my grandpa, my aunt, my other aunt, my grandma's, well, now my grandma's old house because she's gone now, but yeah, there's like 5 houses all in like on the same property.
Yeah, I just want to get like, come to the realization that maybe UP isn't the place for me.
UP is really cool.
I would love the UP, and Michigan is my home, but Sienna was shivering and it was 71 degrees in the room. And she was wrapped up like a burrito. I honestly don't think that she could live in the UP sustainably.
We honestly, in our part of Lower Michigan or in West Michigan, right? So like, I'd say Cadillac to like Newaygo. Cadillac to like Cedar Springs is like the perfect area to live in. Yeah. Because it's not too cold, but not too hot. You get some cold, snowy days, but not all of them are that way.
And it's weird because in places like Utah, Colorado, there are warmer desert areas that just don't get that same amount of snow, but they're technically higher north. It's just kind of an odd thing. Because like
it's because of our,
I get,
the lake.
Yeah, I get because of the lakes. It's just odd because like I want to go farther west, and Sienna's like, well, Wyoming would be cool. And I'm like, yeah, sure, we can live our cowboy dreams, but do you want to do -40 with wind chill? I don't think you could. I don't think you could do negative anything. So it's like trying to find a place that's west, that's warm, that's also green most of the time. Like, I would love the rainforest up there. That's still my... I don't love Washington politics, maybe, but, you know, all the shit going on up there. But maybe Oregon, Washington would probably be my end goal up there.
I don't know. I don't know. I really like out west. I can't say that I'd want to live there forever, though.
I mean, I would miss everybody, but at the same time, you can make more friends. Can't make all of them, but
fuck the old friends. Let's just get new ones.
I mean, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't let it like stop your dream either, though. Like, I told Hayden, my buddy from high school, I've known him for like 18 years. And when I found out he moved to Tennessee, I was like, you broke your promise. We were supposed to fucking live together, and we were supposed to like bachelor it up for like the next 10 years, and then he got married to some skank. She's actually like, she's great, but like,
He got married to some skank. I love her, but
yeah, but she stole him, my best friend, and then I got married, and then he had kids, and I'm like, you son of a bitch, and then I had kids, and it's just like, it just time goes, and then I met Alex and Mark and Alan and all my other friends up here, and Hayden's still a good friend, but like, you move on, you make other friends, drift apart.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I would love to like move west, and it'd be really cool if Alex, Mark, and Alan could move with me, but I don't expect them to uproot everything just to live on my whims. So I'll just have to get really good internet for long distance podcasting.
Yeah, dude. Stay away from Starlink.
I might not. I might have to do Starlink, dude.
There's a podcast I listen to, and they record over Starlink, and there's times when it is like unlistenable. Like it gets so bad.
I don't know, because I want to be out enough, but like I want to be out enough that I could drive a few minutes without hitting someone. Like,
yeah,
I would like to look out of my property and not see a house. And that's like as far out as I need to be. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
it'd still be nice to be able to get to town in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Still be nice to, like, if we wanted to get breakfast, take a 10-minute drive or something and go to a small diner.
That's what I always liked about my dad's house, is you could look out his front door and there was just no houses anywhere. Like, it was wonderful.
Is it farm field?
And then, yeah. It's all, well, woods and farm field, but mostly woods. But then somebody bought the property across the street and built this like $2.5 million house.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. As my buddy Bailey, he's off on 96th. His property butts up against Pine.
Yeah.
And he was all alone back there. Nobody to be seen. And it was like the one like redeeming part about being half mile off of 96, like his driveway being half a mile long and right up against Pine. That was like the cool redeeming property or, thing about it. And then somebody moved in and the parcel next door to him clear cut all the trees. So he got like, and I mean clear, like the parcel next to him, he had 15 feet of like trees from his house till their land.
Jesus.
So they clear cut all of that and then built a house there. And he's like, I literally just lost the whole reason I wanted my house. He's like, nobody has touched that land in, 70 years. And then all of a sudden now someone fucking took it, clear cut it, and built a house there. And now I have nothing of what I used to have. And I'm like, yeah, that sucks, dude. But it's hard. Like, housing is hard. Like, we are still renting with Leo, and I'd love to say there's an end in sight, but I think we're just going to have to end up buy some property and build a little tiny house on it, dude.
I just want to buy some property, get electric ran to it, and plop a fifth wheel in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people do is they'll plop a fifth wheel in for a couple of years and build their house slowly. Like my uncle did that.
I'll just build my house around the fifth wheel. Dude, okay,
I've seen that too many times for that to... I can't.
When I was buying my house in Big Rapids, there was another one I looked at. It was a really cute little cottage, kind of over almost to White Cloud.
Yeah.
And all I could see at the time was the outside until the realtor got back to me. And we went inside, and literally the house from the outside looked great. You walk inside and find out that there's a 50s camper in the middle of the house. Like, literally, one of the main rooms of this house was just a 1950s camper.
Yeah.
That's where the bathroom was, the kitchen was, and one bedroom. And, like, it was pretty cool. Like, for a cabin, it was really sick.
Right.
Yep.
No, that is
and, like,
cool.
they'd converted, like, the taillights to some actual house lighting. It was really cool, but it wasn't livable as your only house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a cottage on Beaver Island that I was helping an old guy for a week just maintain the properties that he maintained. And it was kind of like an Airbnb, but it wasn't like, just a rentable cottage. And when you walked in, there was a mini cottage inside of it. It was like an old cottage with slat roofing. And you walk in and it's this big open floor plan. And what they did is they basically built over the cottage, and then the top of the cottage roof is a loft bedroom up top.
Crazy.
And then the cottage room is the kitchen, the old cottage. Like a 10 by 10 cottage, and it turned into a kitchen.
Crazy.
So yeah, you're walking into this house and it's a cottage. The rest of the roof, there was like an old fishing boat upside down on top of the roof. And it was like, this is the coolest thing. It was like old log cabin style too. So like all the wood was like the log cabin, big giant windows facing Lake Michigan. I was like, this would be the coolest house ever. Like, this is so cool.
Well, guys, I hate to call this short at 45 minutes, but I'm like yawning my head off over here.
What do we call this episode? The house tour? What are we like?
Is that new Sabrina Carpenter song?
Oh God, yes. We were just talking about it. But, we talked a lot more about housing and stuff on this one. Housing sucks. God, we're doing a lot of things suck. Gas prices suck, housing sucks, cars suck.
Everything sucks.
Yeah, everything sucks.
I think I like the house tour. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of house stuff here. And if anybody's listening and they really want to break our streak of no voicemails, call us.
Hey, let's not get off yet. There's a voicemail.
See, you know what? The one time I say we don't have a voicemail.
Yeah, someone got in there, they dusted off the cobwebs, and that's just how it went. I'll play it through the mic and then add them later, but here you go. Ready?
Yep, make it nice and loud.
It says transcript not available, but I'm like 95% sure this is Wreck-It Rob.
Oh, it's lonely in here. Wreck-It Rob. Sitting here in the voicemail box all by myself. At least I know I can call one place and, the next week somebody will hear my voicemail. It's not, hey, I'm calling you in April. Hopefully we'll hear it by August. Gavin, stop whining about shit.
Oh God.
I need to teach you guys about buying something cheap or trading for something and then trading for something again and trading for something again, because at no point in time at all can you say, man, I'm never going to get that. When I want something, I put my mind to it and I make the move to get the trade right. A couple months ago, I made a couple trades and ended up getting my wife a Mercedes. She's wanted one forever. But, in true typical wife form, in a month and a half of getting her that Mercedes, I put that Mercedes up for sale because she didn't like it. And yes, I enjoyed saying I told you so. One of these days, I'm going to have to call one of you and we'll throw down maybe a short episode of teaching you guys how to get what you want and not spending a crap ton of money. I grew up poor as hell. In order for me to get anything that I needed, I either had to know how to work on somebody's truck to get something in trade for it, or to, grab a set of wheels out of my backyard and trade for I don't know, a motor, and then trading the motor for a set of axles, and then trading the set of axles for a complete truck. You guys got to try that. It's called low budget at its finest. Anyway, I was listening. You guys told me it was empty in here. I thought I would call and maybe get some more people to call in and let us know that they do the same thing. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you,
So-
Wreck-It Rob, man.
He actually messaged me. We were talking about it, and like I was trying to explain to him when I lived out west, like California, New Mexico, Arizona, that area, you can trade all day long. There's so much stuff to trade, so many people on
Yep.
board with trading. It doesn't really work that way here.
Nobody wants to trade it.
No.
People don't work on the barter system around here. It's you look at every you look at every Facebook ad now, and it's like cash is king.
No trades.
No, I don't want any
No
fucking trades. No.
Yeah.
Stop
But-
asking.
And don't get me wrong, like there are trades that happen here,
Yeah.
but it's nothing like out west. Out west, everybody's like, yeah, I'd swap for that. I'd trade for that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and I get it. Like we grew up poor too. I just kind of like if I couldn't afford it off of one or two paychecks, I didn't buy it. And that's how most of my things have been until the FJ. So like even with my upgrades, like I've never had extra money. Like, I've never had $5,000 in the bank. That would be cool, but I've never had that much money extra to spend, and I don't usually live with it out of my means. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't always go and spend it on crazy shit or anything, but I pick one thing and I use some money for that. I use some money for bills, and I don't usually have any left over. So it's but yeah, trading, I think half the time, the only times I'm actually offered trades for things, it's like when I tried selling my 94 1500, and somebody asked to trade me like a 22 and a 12 gauge, and they were like the shittiest, cheapest 22 12 gauge like ever. And it's like, no, I'm not going to trade you that. And someone asked me if I'd trade like a really nice mountain bike, and I'm like, no. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, that depends on how nice the mountain bike is.
It was really nice.
as fuck.
Yeah, really nice to them. It looked like a Walmart mountain bike to me, but like, someone asked, I wanted like a 20-foot trailer, but the 20-foot, remember those pictures I sent you? It was like the 20-foot trailer was completely gutted. Literally looked like a hoarder lived inside. There was like piss stains and shit all over it.
Dude,
It was like,
that's when I was selling my motorhome. That's the last time I really tried to do trades. No, that's not true, because I did a bunch of swapping early COVID times.
Yeah.
But when I was selling the motorhome, I had someone offer me, like, mind you, it was an 88, but it had like 10,000 miles on it, and the interior was completely brand new.
mhm.
And I had someone offer me like a computer that was worth like $200, and another guy offered me like a nice set of wheels and tires, but I didn't own anything that the wheels and tires could have gone on. And like the tires, he said, nice set of wheels and tires were his words. The tires had like maybe 5% left on them. Like the value of those was lower than the value of my RV.
Yeah, and I get what Rob's saying too. Like, maybe it's not exactly what we need now, but that we could like trade it up later for something. I don't necessarily have a lot of room to just throw junk around to do that either, though. Like we already have a shit ton of stuff sitting in our yard, and most of it's not mine, but it's not my house, not my yard, and like I can't like throw a bunch of junkyard axles and shit out there and trade them up in a year or two. Like I need it to be now. I'm not that patient. Like I got shit to get. So Yeah, I will work on that, and if an opportunity pops up, maybe I can work on it. But historically, with me and my friends, trades never go well. As in, like, the offers are such straight bullshit trades. Like, nobody is given an honest to God trade or barter in my
Dude,
life of selling things.
When I lived out west, I used to make like $1,100 to $1,400 a week on trades.
Yeah.
Like, it was easy for me to just make money nonstop on trades.
Yeah.
And I tried that here, and I couldn't get anywhere. Like, there's just...
Yeah, honestly, for here, you're better off buying non-running cars, fixing them, and then selling.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And flipping them. That's basically... Here, that's the only real way that you can make some money by doing that. And if you get lucky enough, you make enough connections, you get a few cars for free, and you can make up some margin. But, like, to me, it just got so annoying. Like, I didn't have any free time because I was always working on other people's shit or other cars, and I get it. You got to grind for the shit you want, but, like, there is some point where I'm like, I'm going to die someday. Maybe I want to live some life too. So, yeah, thanks, Wreck-It Rob, for calling. We appreciate your messages, as always. I'll stop whining, I guess.
Yeah, all the cobwebs have been cleaned up now. He did a really good job while he was in there. He, like, got into the corners with a toothbrush and, like, got the dead spiders out and everything. Someone could get in there and sweep the floors. It looks like he... left a little sand from his shoes or something down there.
Maybe we need to do a giveaway, and the entry includes calling in to our podcast.
Ooh, that's not a half bad idea.
Doesn't have to be crazy big, but it doesn't matter what country you're from, as long as it doesn't cost you money to call us. You should give us a call, and if we get enough interest, get enough voicemails, we will do a giveaway, and all of the voicemail calls, whoever calls, will be entered in the giveaway for this mystery prize that we have not come up with yet, but we will.
I got a pencil.
I think we have a kit of some sort.
No, I think the kid of some sort got adopted.
Oh, God damn it. We'll figure it out. It's going to be...
Someone bought a second truck, and it kind of moved into it.
Oh, you son of a bitch. It was you. Maybe we'll do like a Hot Wheels. Dude, I have like a 4Runner. I have a Land Cruiser. I'd be willing to give one of mine to a listener.
I have the totaled CJ7.
Yeah.
The one that I play with every episode.
Yeah, sign it.
Get Jaxie to, do some squiggles on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a Land Cruiser, an FJ Cruiser. I got my wife's Volkswagen Pan Am little travel van that I'll take from her and give it away.
I have my Crew Cab F350, but no one can have that because I spent a lot of money on it. That was a really dumb purchase, but I love it. It brings me a lot of joy.
I will include in this giveaway a handful of non-disclosed, non-identified Lake Superior rocks that might have agates in them. You never know. I will grab a handful from my collection, from my adventures, and I will include it in the giveaway box for anyone who likes rocks.
I mean, if we're just putting crap in there now, I can put some used Zinn containers. I have lots of them.
You got to put something in the Zinn containers that's cool.
Your rocks.
Okay, there you go. So we could do rocks. We could pack your Zinn containers with an assortment of rocks that I've collected. Agates are cool, man. Some people like the rocks. Rockhounds like that stuff.
This has been fun. I'm really tired.
All right. Think about it, guys. Call the voicemail and tell us what you want in the package. Don't say King Shots.
King Shots? I would love some King Shots.
Yeah, or Shocks. Those two.
All right. Catch you guys later.
Catch you later.